Residents say Kfar Galadi, an Israeli kibbutz 2 kilometers from the Lebanon border, was evacuated the week after the October 7 Hamas terror attack that killed 1,200 people and resulted in some 240 hostages. Since fighting has escalated in Gaza in the south, on Israel's northern border, the Iranian-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah has launched near-daily rocket attacks in solidarity with Hamas. At least 4 Israeli civilians and 7 soldiers have been killed in the clashes. The rockets struck Israel communities in the immediate area. Not only this settlement, but the settlements you can see here behind me too. They say the rockets came from the Lebanese village of Fakila, which is just on the hills over here, very close. A handful of residents have stayed behind to defend Kfar Galadi. Nissan Zivi is one of them.
Me, my wife and my 2 kids, my family have been evacuated. Me and my dog, and we are part of the emergency task force that stay here to protect the kibbutz. Strange feelings about how my kids can come and live here with all the security that we need. If the US and France will not find a diplomatic solution, we will not have any choice but a military operation.
Zivi says he waits with other residents for a conflict they feel is inevitable. The Israel-Lebanon border violence has stoked fears a full-blown war could break out if Israel makes a ground attack on Hezbollah in Lebanon, or vice versa. Both Israel and Lebanon are US allies and seen as key to ensuring Mideast stability. Not only would a conflict open a second front for Israel, but it also might eventually trigger a standoff with Iran. Israeli experts say a war is not what Israel wants, but its hand may be forced.
Iran is using Hezbollah as a proxy against Israel. Our problem is not with Lebanon, our problem is with Hezbollah.
The US has urged restraint from the Israelis and is applying diplomatic pressure to find a peaceful solution on both sides of the border. Some residents say diplomatic routes to put a stop to Hezbollah attacks have already been exhausted, and the Israeli government must now find a military solution. Shadi Kalul is a resident of a nearby town.
Israel is not acting as it should act in such scenario that we faced since October 7 in Northern Front, only because US and maybe other powers ask us to calm down and not respond in an aggressive way against this threat.
Locals say they fear their communities could be massacred like those in southern Israel. As dusk draws in, we begin to hear explosions nearby. Zivi says Hezbollah missiles have landed 3 kilometers away.
6 missiles have been shot to Margaliot village. No casualties, thank God, but this is part of the everyday here in the Upper Galilee next to the border.
The Israel military has stationed tanks here too, in anticipation of a possible ground invasion. Israeli attacks on the border, which it says are aimed at Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, have killed 130, including 94 Hezbollah fighters and 17 civilians. Human Rights Watch has accused Israel of deliberately targeting civilians in Lebanon, while Lebanese military facilities have also been hit, accidentally, according to Israel. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, Kfar Galadi, Israel.
Missiles every day.